We're outside federal court in Manhattan, where today the defense began presenting its case at the sex trafficking trial of Ghislaine Maxwell. The trial is now on its third week, and the defense is scheduled to call numerous witnesses, but already the list is getting pared down. The judge decided today some witnesses they're not allowed to call for this or that reason, and there's just going to be fewer witnesses. This will probably be over for the defense in a couple of days. Ghislaine Maxwell, no one expects her to testify. The first defense witness, Cimberly Espinosa, worked as an administrative assistant for Ghislaine Maxwell from 1996 until 2002. And she worked in an office for the Jeffrey Epstein business. And she said there were lawyers there. She would see Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, who in the early years of her work life were boyfriend-girlfriend. Later on, she said they broke up and she saw Ghislaine Maxwell dating other guys. But she says that in all those years, she never saw any sexual abuse by Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein. After she testified for more than an hour and a half or so, with questions from the defense lawyer, the prosecutor, Lara Pomerantz, got up there and just asked her one question. Did you ever work at any of Jeffrey Epstein's 5 homes? When she said no, the prosecutor said, "That's it, no further questions." It was an effort, clearly, by the prosecutors to minimize her testimony. Later on, they called a expert witness, a woman who had studied psychology for the last 4 decades, really. Her name's Elizabeth Loftus, a professor at the University of California, Irvine. And she was testifying about how people over time start to remember things differently, regardless of what originally occurred. And she didn't talk directly to the charges in this case, but the defense called her as a witness to take a bit of an attack against the 4 women who testified about sexual harassment and sexual crimes that occurred from Jeffrey Epstein that they say was aided by Ghislaine Maxwell. The memory expert, the professor, also had testified, she said, at about 300 different trials, including the trial in state court in Manhattan, just a block or 2 from here, of Harvey Weinstein. And so she has had a lot of experience testifying in trials, but on cross-examination, the prosecutor went after her, making it sound like she just makes a lot of money, $600 an hour, by working for defense teams, and very rarely is called as a witness by the government, although she claims she's done work for the FBI, the CIA, and the Secret Service, among other government agencies.